In December of 2022, I was struggling with several mental health conditions, including OCD and undiagnosed bipolar disorder. I found this wooden Christmas train at the thrift store and I absolutely loved it. However, I was having a hard time putting it together because I was struggling so much with my obsessive compulsive disorder that it made putting this train set together very difficult. Thankfully, my older sister Keely was there to help me set up this Christmas train under our Christmas tree. Through her encouragement and support and several hours of cleaning and disinfecting and wearing gloves, I was able to set this up. Today, I would like to share with you the process of setting up this Christmas train by myself for the 2023 holiday season after having been diagnosed and properly treated for these mental health conditions. Welcome back to Thrifted Living. My name is Kieran. So in today's video, I would like to share with you the process of setting up this Christmas train all on my own and how this process has been a very healing process for me, and I'm excited to share with you all of the accomplishments I've made this year and also share with you all of the amazing thrifted finds that I have for this video today. So to get started, I'm using this piece of fabric that I found at the thrift store. It was $5.99 and I don't believe it was half off, but it's an absolutely stunning piece of fabric that has ruffles to it, and I'm actually taking it and using it as a tree skirt. I had originally filmed this video as a video showing you the process of setting up this thrifted Christmas train, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized what a significant moment this is for me in my healing and the process of learning more about my mental illnesses and learning how to live with the mental illnesses I'm struggling with. As I started setting up this train, I was immediately reminded of what the process was like last year trying to set up this train. And when I went upstairs to the attic to get this container that has all of the pieces in it, I immediately remembered how I couldn't even carry the container that this was in because in my mind at the time it was so contaminated and dirty, I couldn't touch any of the pieces without wearing gloves. And the fact that I was able to take this from the attic and take all of the pieces out, as you can see that I'm doing right now, has been such a huge victory for me, and it was a really therapeutic process for me. I am so thankful that my sister Keely was there to help me set this up last year and to help me clean it. I honestly was just going to let it sit in the attic and not use it at this time last year because I was so overwhelmed by the process of actually cleaning it and starting to use it. But I'm so thankful to Keely for helping me and encouraging me, so I want to say a big thank you to her because it just was such an amazing process to get this set up. I found this wooden train at the thrift store and it was actually set up under their Christmas tree at the thrift store, and I thought it was so beautiful and it was so interesting to me. I didn't think that it was even for sale at first, but I asked the person at the cash register and they said yes, in fact it was for sale, so I was able to buy it. And what happened at this time last year was that when I actually saw it more closely, I could see that it was really dirty. Like it looked like it had been in somebody's garage for a while, and I almost kind of regretted it in that moment of buying it because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to actually clean it out. I was afraid that I was going to be too overwhelmed by that process. But I'm happy that I ended up pushing through and that my sister was able to help me with it because it's such a unique piece. I don't know anything about it. There are no markings on it. It kind of looks like it was maybe somebody's project that they just did at home because each piece seems very unique and has, just some homemade kind of looks to it. And I really like that about it. It is a little bit bigger than I really was hoping it would be for our size living room and for our size tree, but I really like it, and I think it just adds like a unique style to the part that's under the tree. And of course we want to put presents there, but we just kind of set the presents around the tree itself and then around the outside of the train. So I really like it, and I'm so happy that I was able to push myself through and start working on this on my own this year. Some of the things that I really like about it are that each piece of the train is a little different. When I was first looking at the train, I saw some different markings on it that when I was really struggling more with my OCD and bipolar disorder that were a little more triggering to me. There were just some markings on it that I didn't know what the material was on it. Now that I'm looking at it, it kind of looks like maybe there's some oil or maybe like a sealant on the items. And, so those kind of thoughts and honestly intrusive thoughts were what was making it really difficult for me to set this up in the first place. So it's been really interesting for me to look at it this year with much more clarity and then think about the process last year. And because I film YouTube videos and I share on social media, I've been able to actually record some of these parts of my life. And so I actually have footage of my sister and I filming and setting up this Christmas train. And so it's been really interesting to see myself in the past now that I have much more clarity. And if you're interested in seeing other videos regarding mental health and the struggles that I've experienced with my mental health over the years, I do have several videos already on this channel, and I think on a second channel that I have as well. I will try to share those with you either in the cards or in some playlists that I have. But it's definitely been a really therapeutic process for me to set this up and to do this on my own, because for so long I struggled with doing anything on my own. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you might have seen videos where I've been thrifting with my mom or my sisters, and I would say that they were my hands because I couldn't touch anything at the thrift store. And that was, something that was really difficult because I love thrifting, but everything in my mind at the time was contaminated, and so I wasn't able to do what I loved doing so much because in my mind I just couldn't function at the thrift store, and I was having panic attacks and anxiety attacks at the thrift store, and so it made it really hard to continue doing what I loved. But I've been working with a psychiatrist and a therapist, and I have been on psychiatrist-led medication treatment for OCD and bipolar disorder, and I feel like I have so much more clarity now, and I'm so thankful that I have been on this journey of learning more about my mental health, and I feel really proud of myself in this moment. And this is what the Christmas train looks like now. It's so cute and the perfect addition to our home. Thank you so much for watching and for your continued love and support. Please follow me on Facebook at Thrifted Living and on Instagram at Thrifted Living YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!